Dan, or how did this work?
Well, Eminem, I know, Josh knows Eminem. He gets that. So, and Eminem invested in it.
Eminem invested.
Yes. Josh turned Eminem in it.
So. Yeah, that gets to be my part of the deal. Dan gets to help, in building the company. I get to help in bringing in the rappers. So it's a good partnership.
Of course, I don't have my hat backwards like that.
Right,
so,
exactly.
It works.
I finally understood it. It's analogous kind of to eBay in terms of the way it works, right?
It's an evolution of eBay, right?
Okay.
I mean, we are a marketplace like eBay is in that we connect buyers and sellers. But the business is about sneakers, and we are the largest marketplace for sneakers, but it's about how we connect buyers and sellers. This is an actual stock market. This is an actual stock market for consumer goods where we bring buyers and sellers together the same way the world's stock markets bring buyers and sellers together, which is across a true market price. And so we get to a true market price using a lot of data, but using a live bid-ask model, the same way the world's stock markets work. That's what the real business is here.
I think what's probably more important, though, is you authenticate everything. Buyers don't ship, or buyers don't get it directly from the sellers. They have to come through you first.
And it's anonymous, too, and authenticated. So it takes on that attribute as well.
Right. Because we sit in the middle of that transaction, you can be anonymous. You buy a share of Nike stock from the New York Stock Exchange, you don't know who's on the other end of that trade, and you don't care because it clears through the New York Stock Exchange. So we sit in the middle of that transaction, but what that does is it enables just so much more transparency into what the prices, right, and what liquidity is out there in the market for these products. These are commodities. All the products that we sell, they are commodities.
So I've been to your authentication center in Detroit. I've seen this in action, watching these guys literally like sniffing shoes to make sure.
Shoes, by the way.
It's one part. It's one part of the process.
Sniffing the shoe to make sure it's real. My question, which I
what
didn't
are they
ask
smelling for? Leather, or if it's not a worn shoe, what are they sniffing for?
Fake shoes often have lower quality glue, and that glue has a very pungent smell.
Really?
And if it doesn't smell, it doesn't mean it's real. But that fake smell is very, very distinct, and a lot of times just by smelling it, they say, we know this is fake.
So my question was going to be, how frequently are you getting people who are putting or trying to put fakes into the system, and then what do you do about it?
Yeah, so it's actually way smaller than you would think. Because we authenticate, because we sit in the middle of that transaction, we actually only see about 1.5% to 2% fakes that come through.
Can I say one thing? But it's sort of your question begs the answer. It's because we authenticate, and they know we authenticate.
That's right.
They know they can't get it by at the beginning, right? It was way higher.
The first couple of weeks, first couple of months, it was 15%. And we said, you know what, this is never going to work if we have to cancel 15% of the sales. But what happened is slowly, if you have a fake, if you want to scam somebody, go sell it on eBay. Go sell it where people aren't checking, right?
I like that. Trash the competition. How much is it now? If it was 15% at the beginning, how much?
It's like 1.5.
Yeah. How much of the market are collectors versus folks who just really want to buy a cool pair of sneakers and actually wear them?
Yeah, it's actually more the latter, and even the collectors fall into that case. I'm a good example. I have about 400 pairs of sneakers, which sounds like a lot.
400 pairs?
There are people that have thousands, right? I'm nowhere near a pantheon of a big collection, but I wear just about all of them.
Where do you store them?
We'll show you the picture after this.
The amalgam.
You ever see people with wine? You've seen people with wine cellars, right? He's got a sneaker cellar.
And how scalable is this into other categories? I mean, you guys have grown this business by adding other categories, but sort of how do you see this going?
Yeah, I mean, today there's 4 categories: sneakers, streetwear, which is clothing that resells like sneakers, watches, and handbags. And if you think about watches and handbags, they have almost the same supply and demand dynamics that the sneakers have, where brands leverage scarcity to put products into the market that everybody wants, that resell. And so for us, any product that has finite supply, which is almost all consumer goods, fit this model. And by the way, this model is just supply and demand. This is Econ 101 at its most basic.
Like the sneaker doctor. I mean, when you saw what happened with Zion, were you like, oh, that must have been a weakness in the
No, I think we were all just like, that is an amazing athlete, and
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
If we win the lottery, if the Cavaliers win, I can guarantee you that we'll find the right sneaker.
That's right. Well,
for sure. That's for sure.
You know, you mentioned that handbags are a big thing too.
Yeah.
Chanel says that they're the only ones who can authenticate, and Chanel's your biggest bag that you actually sell, right?
Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, MCM, those are the kind of the top
How do you
brands.
authenticate those?
Yeah.
The one with the silent H, what is it?
Hermes.
Hermes. See?
Yeah.
I was calling it wrong for
Hermes.
Yeah.
Greek.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting thing that's playing out right now. Authentication is a human process. And for us, in all the products, in all the categories, we acquire real, we acquire fake, we rip them apart, we document them, we create training manuals, you use apps, technology, you know, and it's a career.
These expensive shoes
for training, for training, you know, and even the original ones in order to create the training manuals, and it is a human process to do that. That is
Sony Versace.
We do sell a few.
All right. See, we're the same. Got Hermes and Versace, man. They're the best.